greetings, parents, siblings, grandparents, any other caregivers who might be in a role of facilitating student learning right now. My name is Julie Stern. I'm an author and teacher trainer and parent myself who's going through this somewhat difficult, challenging time right now. And so I just wanted to share some quick tips that hopefully will help you guys and empower you and make you feel like you're doing what's best for your kids, for your children. For me, this is also a video for myself. I'm speaking to myself to help me to remember. The most important thing is in this moment in time is probably emotional regulation. And so if you don't know what that is, I'm not an expert in emotional regulation. I encourage you to read up on it. But the idea is that we teach our students our kids how to deal with frustration. Or any sort of emotions. And so it's something I'm reminded of every single time I'm in a tense moment, a difficult moment, when I'm losing my patience with my own children. The question that really has changed my parenting for the better is to pause and ask myself, what do I want to teach my child in this moment? And so if I'm frustrated, that's okay. Everyone feels frustrated. And what do I want to teach my children about frustration, about moments when we feel impatient, moments when we feel frustrated? And so something that is really empowering for me is to think, I'm going to show them that right now I need to pause and I need to take a deep breath. And so even when they're all, I have two of them, they're asking me something, I'm trying to do something on my computer, maybe my husband's also asking me something, and I get, overloaded, emotionally overloaded, I say, mommy needs to breathe right now. And I just, right in front of them, I go, just to show them I'm doing it for myself, but also to show them, like, what do you do when everyone gets overloaded, everyone feels overwhelmed, everyone feels sad. Those are perfectly normal emotions. It would be weird if we didn't feel those things. And so that's my number one, that I'm trying really hard to think that's what's most important for my kids right now. The math, the reading, the science, the social studies, the art, all of those physical stimulation, all of that is second to my kids developing their emotional regulation. And I think the second piece is really a love of learning, a love of using our minds well, a love of finding out, a love of improving our skill sets. And so what we know is that authoritarian styles where we're like, do this or else, or any sort of bribing, I see my own self doing this, of like, do 3 more activities on your iPad for school and we'll get a cookie. We know that those things are not helpful in establishing this lifelong love of learning. And so thinking about whatever the assigned schoolwork is from your teacher, your school for your children is presented in a fun way. Hey, we get to do this now. What was your favorite part of your school activities that you did today? Or, wow, I'm really loving to see you grow and develop in your mathematics skills, or whatever it is. And so really thinking about, it's not something that has to get done, but something that is rewarding. And all of the ways in which we frame it is that the task itself of learning is rewarding. And so those are the two things that I hope are helpful. That's the what. Right now, what is most important for our kids is emotional regulation and sort of this love of learning. And then the how, if this is useful for you, my team and I have created, so I'm going to share my screen, this one pager. So if you go to edtosavetheworld.com, this is our website, edtosavetheworld.com. If you click on resources, the very first resource at the top is called Lifelong Learning Mental Model, that we've created really to help teachers and parents sort of think about teaching our children how you go about acquiring expertise. So this model, you can read the whole thing if you want, is a way to think about how you acquire expertise in any area. If your children are baking, if they're learning to make YouTube videos, if they're playing Fortnite, like whatever it is, you acquire understanding of single concepts. You link those in relationship. That's the organization piece. And then that organization allows you to transfer your learning to new situations, allows you to use your learning in new situations. And so what we did was we created this model with examples for early childhood, elementary, middle school, and high school. And all of these, if you click on them, I'll just click on middle school for fun. If you click on them, it has that same acquire, organize, transfer steps, those 3 steps. And then down below are some examples of how you can do it in a sort of more traditional academic sense. We have like science examples, mathematics examples, and then also sort of this, what is known often as social emotional learning. So in this case, the example is self-management skills. And so let me just put this here. Self-management skills such as taking charge of our needs and our emotions. That sort of acquire our understanding of single concepts. And then we can connect them in relationships. So for example, how is what I need different from what I want? How does physical activity make me feel? How are solutions and staying calm connected? So those types of organizational questions allow our children to sort of make that organizational structure in their brain, and then they're able to transfer it to new situations. So I'm sure all of our children are watching lots of videos, lots of TV shows, lots of movies right now. So can they find someone in the TV show or the movie that they're watching who demonstrates self-management skills? Is there a character in their favorite movie who shows this sort of emotional regulation or something like that? So all of that, this is just a simple model to help us help our children see how the world is organized, because when they see how the world is organized, they're better able to remember what it is that they need to remember, and also better able to transfer their learning to new situations. So I hope that's useful, and I hope you guys keep in touch and let us know how we can support you in this environment that we're in right now.